Good morning. How is everybody? Ooh, we have a fly. Good morning. How is everyone? Hopefully the fly will go away. Vox is here. I am early. Hi, Vox. How are you? And Caroline says, hi, Vox. Loved your latest. Yes. So many pretties. So many pretties. I'm so sorry about your zips, though. That must have been so annoying. 2 out of the same batch. I get my zips from Amazon. I get, think that is SBB. I can send you a link if you'd like. And I've never had an issue with any of them. So yeah, if you would like to have a link, I can send one to you for the ones that I've used. Rotten Ralph is here. Good morning, peeps. Joker Cleese is here. Morning, all. Good morning. Good Grace says, hi, peeps. Hope you're well. Very well. How are you? Box 6, thank you to Caroline. So I have my hot chocolate. I am a little bit early, but not very. I had my nails done the other day. So I went for chocolatey brown with one of those chrome like bits put all over the top of it, and it looks really pretty. The sample they had was over black, and I was just like, could I have chocolate brown? And they said yes, and this is the result. And I had my hair cut. And this is the result of me doing absolutely nothing to it styling wise, literally turning my headset upside down and blow drying it. And I mean, it's a subtle difference, but I can really see the difference. Like, it's still kicking out under here, but it's, I don't know, it feels like it kind of connects to each other. Like, I don't have those really harsh layers anymore. And like my fringe has got some more shaping into it. So it kind of has like little bits that are kind of shaping my face rather than fringe and then layer. So yeah. I still need to dye it. My roots are coming through, so it looks like I've got like really quite sort of a lot of grey hair, because there is a lot of grey hair in there. But yeah, it was expensive. It was at my mum's hairdresser's, and a restyle was expensive. So just had an email to say I've gone live. That's good. So yeah, it was one of those ones where it was just like, ooh. But I do think it was worth it, because it's really subtle, the difference. But like I say, I haven't styled it at all, and this is what I'd asked for. So I'm really glad that I've had it done. And he said my hair, because I use so little heat on it, because I really don't like straightening it anymore because it just goes so flat. He said I don't need to come in and have it cut again for 10 weeks. So I'm going back in the middle of December. So yeah. Where did I get to with the chat? Charlotte says, hello. Box says, yes, please. If you can please share the link. They are all bad. Not sure I want to use any of those again. Yeah, I can imagine, because like all that work, putting one in and then it breaks on you, and twice, not good. The Pleiades dress looked amazing on you. I really like that fabric as well. It was a really good combo. What Ralph says, pretty. Fox says, love the nails. Thank you. Good Grace says, I'm doing a very good job of procrastinating. I am champion level, avoiding writing 2 assignments and learning an entire book on triage before Tuesday. It is Sunday, but well done on the procrastination. Procrastinators of the world, unite. Tomorrow. That makes me giggle every time. Sorry. Jojo says, happy Sunday all. Hope you're all well. Good Grace says, the hair and nails look lovely. Thank you. Caroline says, looks good. Worth it, I think. Yeah. I mean, I came out of there smiling rather than crying. So, that was improvement on the last one. Trish says, good morning from El Paso, Texas. I mean, it's the middle of the night, but good morning, Trish. I love the morning in air quotes. Rotten Rouse says, it's good when you get exactly what you asked for. Yeah. I mean, he was really good. Because I sort of said to him, I was like, oh, maybe I should just go back to the jaw length bob, because, that looked like a style. And he was like, oh, yeah, but we could do this, this, and this. And I was like, okay. And he was saying at the back as well, he was just like, oh, well, you couldn't see it, but wow. So yeah, I'm very pleased with the hair, because more importantly, like I say, I can turn my head upside down, blow dry it, really rough blow dry it like this, and this is how it turns out. So Yeah. Happy. Inaria says, I'm supposed to be asleep, yet I am not. Good morning, all the same. Good morning. Charlotte says, today we finish a book for book club next week. The ending had me gobsmacked, doing chores, and I hope to trace 3 different patterns. Nice. That's going to be a very productive day. Rotten Row says, Dyslexers of the world, untie. My brain wanted to read out Unite then, because I'm doing that thing where you see the beginning and the end letter of the word and you know the meaning of the sentence. So you want to, your brain automatically goes unite and it's untie. So I'm impressed with myself that I managed to read it correctly. Even though I've had to point out that I had to read it, like think to read it correctly. Oh, Jacob Clee says, Happy Canuck Thanksgiving to all. I didn't realise it was Thanksgiving Day in Canada. Happy Thanksgiving to all the Canadian peeps. And Jacob Clee says, morning to Ralph. Julie James says, good morning from North Georgia Mountains, US. Don't usually get up this early on a Sunday, so glad to join you. Good morning. Alana says, hello, lovely Shan and peeps. Hello. Rotten Ralph says, very well done, Shan. I honestly am impressed with myself. I could read. I know that's not something that's usually yeah, but I am impressed with that. So yesterday was quite fun. I did intend to come down here and start filming the Berda Durndal video, but Mum was down here working on some bits and pieces, and I was going to cut out some stuff, which I'm planning on doing today, but probably I did say with you guys, but I haven't ironed the fabric yet, and I don't know that I will. But so Mum said she was going to iron some fabric, so that's why I edited the wrap dress video and got it up for you guys yesterday. And I also finished sewing up the white scrunchies that I was working on during the Zoom call with the Patreon peeps. And then I've made 12 meters of this bias binding to go with the dress, the 5951, which is what I am wearing today. The Lamazi fabric 2.5 meter one. It has got the long sleeve, well, the sleeves to here. It's a bit chilly down here, so I've got my cardigan on and the very lovely belt that Caroline gave me, which is proving very, very useful. So yes, I like today's outfit. I have got grey tights on, but you don't need to see that. So there was a point to that. Yeah, so I did get some sewing done yesterday, and I was going to film a Patreon peeps update because I haven't done one for 2 weeks. There's been a bunch of stuff going on behind the scenes that has just meant that, one of them was I had a week's holiday with Jojo came down, which was amazing, and I loved it. And it was really nice not to film and do anything work-wise. And I need to remember that I'm allowed to have time off because I love my job. I really do. I love what I do. And it would be very easy to just keep doing it constantly, but I will burn out again if I try and do that. So yeah, it was nice to have some time off. But yes, I did not get a Patreon video filmed for the Patreon peeps, so I do need to apologize to those guys, and I am going to be doing a nice extra long update for you guys this week. I've got some exciting plans happening. I also have some new Patreon peeps to say hi to. So Franziska Poltersdorf, I don't know if I've said that even remotely correctly, but welcome to the Patreon peeps. And Debbie Brooker signed up again. So thank you very much, Debbie, as well. That's very much appreciated from both of you. So yes. Caroline says, finish the new work skirt all done by hand. Very nice. Let's see. I missed a bunch out. Mim's here. Hello, Shan. Wishing you a nice day and hoping you're well. Thank you very much, Mim. Very well. How are you? Elena says, reading is dangerous. You might learn stuff. I know, right? Charlotte says, I should be getting my A0 cutting mat for my birthday this week, so I'm getting all the patterns prepped to use a rotary cutter when it arrives. I find it so handy, but not with a small cutting mat. Definitely. Caroline says, I've read that one. Rotten Ralph says, my grandfather had that on a t-shirt for one of his assistants had gotten for him. Nice. Radv says, hi peeps. Hello. Caroline says, the yellow is much better on you than me. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate it. It's very useful. There's quite a few dresses it works with. Julie says, good morning from Virginia. Starting to get my Sergio back after a long depression. Starting with an organizer pocket for my sewing tools. Ooh, good plan. I keep meaning to organize a little bag for my bag. because this is one of my most used bags, and the tutorial for this is going to be coming up in December. That's the plan. I have the fabric for it. I do need to get the foam and a lining that's going to match the fabric that I've picked, which is over there. But everything gets carried around in here, which is fine. But I do end up with, I'm trying not to flash any of the paperwork. I do end up with like all of my tech just kind of hanging out in the bottom. And so far, I was so lucky, nothing is broken, but I do think I ought to make myself like a little pouch so that I have a place for my SD card reader and for my cables and my headphones and my mini tripod. You know, like it would be a good idea to make myself like just a zippered pouch with a pocket or a space for all of those things so that they are in a place and I know what that place is. So yeah, I want to try and do that. And my kind of idea is that I want to film, like I have a rainbow iridescent oil slick colored cutlery set, so that is supposed to live in my handbag so that I don't have to use disposable straws or cutlery when I'm out and you know, get a meal deal or something for lunch and things like that. And it came with a velvet pouch, which was very pretty but a bit useless for carrying it around and making sure that it didn't get dirty or make the rest of my stuff dirty once I'd used it, because you obviously wipe it off, but you want to, you know, like you want waterproof, like wipeable lining on the inside of that pouch, and the velvet one was just not cutting it. So I want to make one of those. And I also want to do a makeup brush roll because mine has literally disintegrated and is falling apart. And I was thinking I might try and film a bunch of those little tutorials, and there's obviously going to be Vlogmas, but I was thinking I would do a bunch of those little tutorials for like a proper video once a week, and the little last minute gifts possibly, because I want to put them up in December. I know December is probably too late to be actually crafting things for presents because yeah, but I don't want to put them up ahead of time because I don't want them to be proper videos. But the Vlogmas is a lot, so it would be nice to have some proper videos sort of like prepared ahead of time. That's the plan. There's so many plans. I don't think I'm going to complete my make 9 this year. Technically, I've got 4 ticked off, 3 of which were, one was a wearable muslin, 2 were actual muslins, and 1 is a muslin still, but is my, what I'm going to sew this month. I'm going to do my hemispheric coat and the cape. 1 is a t-shirt, which I just need to find the right fabric for, and 1 is a stretchy dress that I have got the fabric for, but I need to get the pattern printed. But the other 3, so that's 4, 5, 6. Yeah, the other 3 are much more involved dresses, and I just don't know if I'm gonna have them done. I don't know. I want to. It's not that I don't want to, but I have so many other plans. I want to do all the things. So yeah. What did I do in the chat? TA says, hello peeps, loving your outfit today, Shan. Such good colours. Thank you. Yes. This outfit makes me happy. Trusting UK is here. Hello. Inari says, love your outfit. Thank you. Mim says, I have the same fabric you're wearing, a dress today. Made a dress already last year. Have 5 meters left, ready for another dress, washed and ironed and waiting for me for 3 months now. Ooh, what are you going to do with it? They only had 2.5 meters left when I ordered this. And so I ordered a lot of it. And then they put up a 1/2 meter remnant, so there was 3 meters available, but they'd like underestimated on their website so that they didn't overestimate and sell too much stock that they didn't have. And I wish they'd messaged me and said, oh, we've got an extra 1/2 meter, do you want it, rather than cutting it and then offering it as a remnant, because I have lined this one with white viscose crepe, which is fine, and you know, it doesn't show, but I would have loved to have lined, or at least put like a sort of like facing, you made it like a 2-inch wide strip of the outer fabric on the lining for this one. So yeah. Julie says, I like the By Annie wide open 2.0. The middle size is great for organizing my tote. Ooh, I will have a look. Thank you. Susanna says, nice day to all. Hello, welcome. Dear Grace says, I don't think December is too late for small project videos. I'm still making stuff right until Christmas Eve. That's what I was thinking. Well, that's what I'm hoping. Because they're all kind of easy projects, and some of them can definitely be stocking stuffers. Yeah. That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. Eleanor says, don't overthink all of your plans, all of the plans. I'm a chronic overthinker. You guys know this. Thank you so much to all the responses on the dress clear out videos. There's still the button up and the knit dresses to go. I've edited the button up one and it's about half an hour long. I haven't even filmed the knit dresses yet, but that's not going to be as long, and there's going to be way more that goes from that. I did get one comment saying, you started by saying you were going to be brutal and that you are going to make just as many years again because of your job, and you have hardly got rid of anything. I guess you won't ever have to do laundry. And when I looked back, there were 71 dresses, 32 went back into the wardrobe, but 39 were sold, donated, or future proofed, so weight fluctuation proofed. So a lot of the ones that I've kept, and a lot of the shirt dresses that I've kept, are actually going to be too big for me if I get back into the ones that I've future proofed. So the wardrobes are going to swap over quite a lot. But yeah, there was less went back into the wardrobe than got, done all those things for it. And for the wrap dress video, the polka dot and floral is really splitting, you guys. It's really interesting. Somebody actually called it icky. Same person who made that other comment, actually. And I was just like, is that really necessary? You're allowed to not like something, but calling somebody else's choices icky, is that helpful? Not really. But, that's their way that they chose to express themselves. That's fine. Funnily enough, those comments did not get hearts from me. I did reply to one, though, just saying I think I was ruthless for me, because I do think I was. There are some dresses that are too small for me that have made their way into the wardrobe hanging up now. And there are ones that have gone into the future proofing box that honestly I can probably see myself getting rid of if I do get back down to that weight again and I don't wear them in that season. I can see myself letting go of them. I do enjoy wearing quilting cottons, but in a very specific way, I've discovered. The ones that, so like my Anna dresses, they're okay. But then the shirt, which had the kind of like slightly longer grown on sleeves, I hated wearing that and that was a quilting cotton. My Grace dresses in the quilting cotton, love those. I find those very comfy. So I think I have got a lot of quilting cottons left in my, I've got nearly 2 cubby holes, and I think I need to go through those and be really ruthless, which is going to be tough because there's some beautiful fabrics in there. I've tried doing that before as well, and I've ended up keeping a bunch of it. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Where did I get to? Oh, and then the lots of you are saying that I should have kept the black cobra corsage, but it's already gone. It's already been sold. So it's already left the building. It's left the island. It's not on the island anymore. So that one has gone, and I really genuinely don't think I'm going to regret it, because when I tried it on, I did say that I'd messed up with the neckline stay and I'd made it 2 inches too short. So it was one of those ones that the wrap came up above my waist on it. So I've made a note in the pattern so that I don't make that mistake again, because I changed so much about the pattern. I've lengthened the bodice by 1 inch, and when you're cutting out the next day, you have to remember to add that inch both sides. So it was 2 inches too short. So it wasn't actually perfect, and I have so many dresses that it was one of those ones where it's like I can aim for perfect. So I am going to get the emerald cobra corsage, and I am going to make myself a replacement for that dress. And I don't think I'm going to miss it. I have got an eyelash making a bid for freedom, sorry. It's trying to escape. that's better, I think. Yes. Let's see, where did I get to with the chat? Mim says, I want to make a self-designed sheared dress with a high-low skirt, back 70 centimeters long, front 45 centimeters long, with a ruffle at the bottom. That sounds amazing. Jojo says, I had a cracking week too, came back uber motivated to make all the things, especially after having my colours done. In recovery mode at the moment. I haven't even taken my case upstairs, let alone unpacked. Yeah, Jojo also very kindly helped me de-stash some of my fabric as well. So she went home with like quite a few things, like extra things shoved into her case. Oh yes. Kay Monica Canal says hello from Mexico. Canale, did I get that right? I'm sorry. Hello, welcome. Caroline says, who needs that negativity? I mean, I did ask for opinions. I did ask for everyone's thoughts on the things that I had gotten rid of. So, you know, I had opened those videos up for that kind of personal opinion to come in. I just think some people's choices of words are interesting. Mim says, I love the polka dot floral wrap dress on you. And Jojo says, personally, I love the icky dress. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I genuinely love it. But I do think putting it on me, the first two looked amazing. The black with the roses looked good, but not as good as the first two. And I think that one was one that it was just like, it's nice. It's not perfect. So I do think I'm going to get rid of that one as well. I do, because I do love it and I love the concept and I want to go back and I want to try the concept again, but I think I'm going to do it with fabric that's better colors for me. Let's see. Caroline says, love the floral dotty, but it wouldn't work on me. Rotten Ralph says, you have enough skill to make things that you absolutely love, Shan. That's why I'm on the side of letting anything go you feel lukewarm about. Yeah, totally. And I have all of this stuff to make more. So yeah, I agree. Moran says, hello everyone from broken Israel. We're living in a nightmare with all of the hostage and desperately need some escapism. Thank you for a safe place on the internet. You're very welcome, my lovely. I mean, it's one of those situations again where I have no idea what to say. So welcome to this safe space and we're here for you. And I hope this escapism works. Una says, hey Shan and Peeps, how is everyone today? Very well, thank you. How are you? Jojo says to Caroline, oh, thank you. It was lovely seeing you. I missed something, didn't I? Caroline says to Jojo, great to hear you in the background and see you in the Zoom. Saskia says, not a fan of the floral dotty because the background colour of the two fabrics is different. Makes it feel off for me. Ah, interesting. I did, yeah. Maybe that was it. Maybe I should have, rather, because I was trying to be economical and use what I had rather than buy new fabric. I think I probably should have just bought new fabric, shouldn't I? Never mind. Rotten Ralph says, emerald green backed dots. Ooh. Joker Cleese says, Minion Man says hi and is currently demanding a bottle of fake boob juice with great exuberance. Oh, lol. You have such a way with words. Let me put this by the front door. And I brought down my water drops that's been in the fridge all night. So that'll be nice and chilly, which is good. Did I finish telling you guys that Mum ended up making an Anna top in an afternoon from some fabric? Oh, the fabric that she got from the de-stash that we went to, Jojo, this fabric. And it looks really good on her. So yeah, it was kind of, that's what I was doing with Mum yesterday whilst I was editing. So yeah, let's see. Jokingly, I've read that one. Saskia says, I like the concept of it a lot. Yeah, the inspiration dress is gorgeous, and I probably should have stuck to the inspiration dress and looked for a red dot that would have worked. I think maybe as well with the polka dots and the florals, they're like a large and a mid print, and maybe it should have. I think with print clashing, you're meant to go for a like a large with a small, I think. Mind you, this is a large and a mid because that was the inspiration picture. And I didn't want to copy this person exactly, but I think maybe I should have gone for the red. And I think as well, I'm going to try, if I do try and recreate this dress, I want to do ruffles that go the whole way around at the top, because especially if I do use a black floral, although I don't have many of those in my stash anymore, and probably will try and avoid buying black laced florals unless people show me those beautiful roses. Yeah, I think maybe the ruffle the whole way round in the red would be the color that I need next to my skin, but still allow me to have the black floral. I'm thinking about that fabric that I made the Grace dress out of earlier this year that I've got a little bit left over. So I've got all the bits and pieces for my Christine McConnell pirate hat. So that's going to get made soon. And I've decided to just like go ham on it and do one of Bianca's. It's going to be like a following my favorite YouTubers tutorials. Can I make something as pretty as them? So I'm going to make the pirate hat, but it's going to be a witch's pirate hat because of course it is. Got a bunch of feathers. And then all my silk scraps, I'm going to try and do some fabric roses a la Bianca, because I've got a bunch of scraps of silk. Most of these are not going to be the right color. Like the red, yeah, these ones are not going to be the right colors. But these ones can work. And I've got some dark brown somewhere as well. And then I've got some purple, two-tone purple, because we already had some of these feathers in the house. So maybe that turquoise actually. But yeah, these are maybe the turquoise. Yeah. But I'm going to try and make some silk roses to go on the hat as well. And the hat's going to be, I mean, it's going to be epic. At least I think it is. But yeah, so I'm thinking the one thing I haven't got yet, because I went to, oh, that's a spider. Ew, that came out of the feathers. Oh, it's a dead spider. I'm so sorry, dead spider. I have gotten a lot better about spiders. Like, I don't want to immediately burn the house down, and I do appreciate that they deserve life as well, and I want them to be happy, but I want them to be happy away from me. So, yeah. Where was I saying? What was I saying? Oh, yeah, the only thing I haven't got is a, hear me out on this, is a faux octopus. I was talking to the Peeps at the Zoom call about this the other day. I went to the range because I wanted to get some PVA glue, some floristry wire and bits and pieces like that for the roses. And I went to the kids section, the toy section, to look for like this sort of like soft plastic toys, because they're all over Amazon, so I can get them. But I wanted to see if I could get them locally first. And they had dinosaurs. And I was like, do I want a dinosaur hat? And I was like, no, I want an octopus hat, because there is a kind of method to my madness. I saw somebody for a start made this top hat on Pinterest, and it was just like, well, that's epic. And I did technically want a little ship to go on this hat, but the ones that I can find were not small enough to buy, and so I'd have to make one. And I'm not ruling that out in the future, but I also need to have this done and dusted and ready for the end of this month. But yeah, I saw this on Pinterest And then the obsession was real. It's like, release the Kraken. I need this. I need it. So then I was just like, I could get a plastic octopus, because you can get octopus tentacles, but I was looking and there's like a plastic octopus, and I've bought spray paint, rose gold spray paint. Hear me out. So I'm planning on spray painting the octopus, and so it, rather than a buckle, it will be the bit that anchors the feather and roses and stuff to the hat, because I'm going to attempt to do, as to say, Christine McConnell's Christmas witch hat that she did, which is just absolutely stunning. And you can see there's a little frog on the front called Pancake. And I don't want mine to be quite so low at the front. I want it to be more sort of like up on one side, the brim coming across like that. And I'd still want the witchy point on it. But yeah, it's going to be a witchy pirate hat. And also, me and my best friend have like we have an in-joke that octopi learn faster than she does, which is why another reason I want the octopus on my hat. But I was talking to the Patreon peeps on Zoom, and I was just like, yeah, so the things that I've seen, they're amazing, but they come in like a pack of like 15 different animals, and I don't need 15 different animals. I need just the plastic octopus by itself. And they were like, oh, you could spray paint them all gold. So yeah, I just want the octopus, because I think that would be amazing. He would make a very good like buckle for the feathers and the roses. And then they were like, yeah, you could spray paint them all gold. And I think that was Nimue that said it. And I was just like, oh, because I've also pinned another costume on my costume board on Pinterest, which is linked down below if any of you guys want to follow me on Pinterest. I'm fairly active over there. I don't really post new things myself, but I pin and repost a lot of things. But on my costume board, of which I would like to make all of these things, there is, right, this one was pinned ages ago, so it's right at the bottom, and there's a lot on here. But there is this corsety, mermaidy, under the water dress cage thing. Come on, where are you? Are you right at the bottom? Of course you are. Of course you are. Here we go. Yes. So it won't be this year that this gets made. But look at that. I want one. I won't buy it. So if I bought if I bought the pack of like all of the underwater animals and spray painted them all and then did dry brushing on them all, they could go on that. So Patreon peeps, you guys are geniuses. So yeah. Where did I get to with the chat? Joker says he's also rather irritated that Daddy stole his boogers too. Lol. Such a way with words. Rotten Ralph says, Joker Cleese, that's always fun when they demand faux boob juice. How dare Daddy steal those? He worked for those. Mim says, didn't you do another dress where you mixed two fabrics? That one I felt in love. Yeah, I did a dress where I mixed the same print that was on different colorways, and I hated how it turned out. I think it was because I put short sleeves on it. If I put long sleeves on it, I think it would have looked better, but that one's gone. That one's long gone. Nicola says, polka dot dress, beautiful dress, but there was something about the top dotty flats that just jarred with me. Love it though. I love your wardrobe clear outs. Clear outs only because I'm so nosy. Sorry for the typos, fat fingers and small phone. Don't worry, Nicola. It's one of those mornings as well. I'm like, okay. So last night, I think I told you guys this before, but I can't sleep in silence. I have to be listening to an audiobook. And so I usually have my Alexa play an audiobook for me. And it's usually something that I've listened to a million times before, so that I don't get invested in the story and I can go to sleep. And whenever I wake up during the night, because that's frequent. You know, I know where I am, so I won't have to like rewind to the point where I fell asleep to, you know, get back into the story kind of thing. So I'm listening to the Naomi Novik Scholomance series, and I've listened to it like I've gone through it. It's a trilogy. I've gone through it 8 or 9 times. I think the Golden Enclaves came out early this year, maybe late last year. It's awesome. I love Naomi Novik. Her writing is amazing. She is probably young adult, but that's the kind of stuff I enjoy, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's a series about the Scholomance. So magic is real. Kids go to a boarding school, but it's not fun and games. Everything is trying to kill them and eat them constantly. And so I was listening to book 2 of this one, and about 2 o'clock in the morning, Alexa, for some reason, stopped. Mine's turned on. She stopped telling the story, and she started heavy breathing and hissing. It sounded like Chiana hissing, and I was suddenly like, sugar, like, crap, the cat. Who's upset Chiana? So I turned the light on. I've got like a touch light next to my bed. Turn the light on, and she's asleep. She's woken up, like, who's hissing as well? And Alexa's next to me, just like this, and I'm just like, because I'm listening to this book where things are constantly trying to kill you and eat you and jump out at you, and you have to like defend yourself. So I woke up with my heart racing, and then was just like, I'm not getting back to sleep swiftly after that. And yeah, it did take a while. So my little mind was going over all the things that I want to make. So I've come up with an idea for my velvet coat as well, and then I've got an evening dress that I made out of this, and so I've got the scraps of this. But then I've also got like an actual length of it left as well, so I'm hoping to buy some matching velvet for this so that I can rejig the dress and make a little cropped bolero to go with it. So yeah, my brain last night, once I'd been woken up in fright, was just like, okay, well, let's go to the happy place. And I started sort of replanning all these dresses and how I was going to do the thing, because it was horrifying. And then yeah, I woke up again at 4 and 6 o'clock. It was just like, oh no, this is not good. So yeah. Let's see. Rotten Ralph says, well, that's going to be over the top in all the best ways, Shan. It is going to be like a Halloween costume hat. I'm thinking it might lead on to, because one of the things that I've done is pick a dark chocolate brown for the hat, because that goes with the dark chocolate brown base of the silk that I'm using for the dirndl. And I'm not trying to say that the dirndl is in any way a fancy dress piece, but I think it's going to look really cool together if I wear it with my over-the-knee brown boots and my skinny jeans and the big pirate sleeve shirt with the hat with the feathers on it. I think it's going to look quite cool, I hope. I've dressed as a pirate for Halloween a couple of times. I like that look. But I'm also thinking that the hat could then inspire like a gown that goes with it, maybe, possibly. So yeah, let's see. Rotten Ralph says, I wonder if that's a Tiffany hat. Nope, Kraken Millinery. Interesting. That's beautiful. So Kraken Millinery, I'm guessing for the thing eating the boat. That's just genius. I love that. And the corset is beautiful. Saskia says, oh, that's gorgeous. Joker Clee says, oh, that's an impressive corset right there. Yeah. Una says, oh my gosh, that corset, right. Elena says, so pirate mermaid with a witchy vibe. Yeah. Rotten Mouse says, I love that series. Trish says, remember to give a thumbs up. Yes, please. There are 68 of us and 23 thumbs up. Conchetta says, hi there. Sorry I'm late. Overslept a bit. Hope everyone is well. Very well, thank you. How are you? Una says, sounds like the perfect audio to get great sleep, Sean. Not something calming, perhaps. It's a book that I love, and I've listened to all the scary bits. So it's a book series that I love, and it's actually really kind of a lovely story. It's kind of a love story, but not. It's a reluctant love story. It just happens to be set in a scary space. I did try listening to a Peter F. Hamilton book, which is like a space opera. It's The Reality Dysfunction, which is an amazing book. And I read it years ago and actually read the physical book. The narrator's really good. But oh my goodness, he is gory and crunchy and descriptive about people getting injured and hurt and tortured and stuff. So I tried listening to that one to go to sleep to, and it was like, nope, no. Percy Jackson, I listen to those a lot. The new one's just come out. I finished that yesterday in a day. It was really good. I'm really looking forward to the series coming out in December. I really hope they do it better than do it more justice than the films did, because the films were not good. But yeah, that one. And what else? What else do I listen to? Oh, the Hunger Games series. So yeah, I don't really listen to like calming stories. They're all a little bit like, really. Harry Potter, obviously, as well. I listen to that very, very frequently, round and round. But I'm currently, as I say, obsessed with the Scholomance series. So, Una says, I have to share a proud moment. I went to a local fabric shop yesterday to get zips and thread, and guess what I bought? Nothing else. Well done. That's impressive. Ralph says, my hat collection is a problem already. Stop giving me ideas. Shan't. Mim says, do you have the same problem when your boyfriend is sleeping next to you? Hope that question isn't too personal. Yes, I find it. I have to actually have earbuds in, and I don't have the wireless kind. So I have my earbuds in, which is attached to my phone, so my phone goes under my pillow. And anytime that I turn over or want to turn over, I have to take that earbud out, turn over, and put the other one in. So I get less sleep that way. But I don't expect anyone to have to listen to my audiobooks, because not everybody needs those to go to sleep. I do want to get one of those pillows that's a speaker, so whenever you put your ear on the pillow, you can hear what's being said. The only trouble with that is I sleep on my sides and my back, so I wake up when there's silence. So I have to, another thing that I have to do is make sure that my audiobook has a good 8 hours, because whilst I'm not going to sleep 8 hours straight, if I, by some miraculous thing, actually get like a decent chunk of sleep together in one stretch, and the audiobook finishes in the middle of that, the minute there's silence, I will wake up. And you can't stack audiobooks. You can't like put together a playlist with them. At least I haven't been able to, or find a way to do that. I probably could ask Alexa to play the series in order. Maybe I'll try that. But yeah, so I have to have at least 8 hours of audiobook left, because, as I say, it does wake me up if it stops. So yeah. Elena says, I use true crime podcasts as sleepy stories. It's always nice to randomly wake up to random, not related sounds. Catherine says, morning all, off to get my flu jab later. Good luck with that. Joker Clee says, my wife says you need to dress Chiana up as a parrot and train her to sit on your shoulder. Lol, either that or rent an actual parrot. Lol. Actually, Dad was Long John Silver in a pantomime, and Mum made a series of parrots that went from a teeny tiny little one to this giant thing. And the gag was they were all Velcroed to Dad's shoulder, and the gag was throughout the panto, the parrot got bigger. Like, Polly, something's changed. And we still have one of those upstairs in the kitchen. It's yeah, some friends of ours had a parrot. They all got new homes, but mum and dad kept one of them. So I do actually have a parrot who has an eye patch and everything. So maybe. Jacob Clee says, do not meddle in the affairs of dragons, for thou art crunchy and taste good with ketchup. I want that on a t-shirt. I love that saying. Ralph says, I listen to the Fall of Civilizations podcasts. I say I prefer to like total fantasy. I've never really gotten into sort of like true crime things, because I think I know those things happen to people, and my imagination just can't stop with the visualizing of it. I've got such a visual mind, and the minute anyone describes anything, it's immediately there for me, and it's just like, no, I don't need that. That's probably why I like fantasy so much, because when it's a really good author like Naomi Novik, it's beautifully described. And what I think is really interesting about the Scholomance series is the actual building that they're in is really run down and decrepit, but all the mouths, the Maleficaria, from the way she describes them, they're lots of iridescence and hot pinks, and I I actually think that the majority, there's a few that sound pretty grim, but the majority of them sound like they're actually quite beautiful. So I think I really hope somebody makes those books into a movie. Peter Jackson did option her Temeraire series, but then he went and made Lord of the Rings, damn him. Temeraire is obviously far more important, but then he spent years making Lord of the Rings. So yeah, I can't listen to true crime. My mind immediately goes to the things that are being described and what happened to people. I was just like, no, don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. Charlotte says, I've read a whole bunch of young adult fantasy. Fantasy is basically all I read. I enjoyed the Prison Healer series by Lynette Noni. It's a completed trilogy. Ooh, I have to put that up in the Peeps group because I will forget. That sounds good. Alana says there is a headband style headphones for sleeping. Ooh, I will have to look into those. Thank you. Catherine says Discovery of Riches trilogy of audiobooks are good 24 hours each. Ooh, nice. I did try listening to, because I've got all the Diana Gabaldon Outlander series. I did try listening to those, but again, I kept waking up at really descriptive, inopportune parts, and it was not great. I don't know. I think fantasy is my happy zone, because whilst I appreciate that Outlander is obviously fantasy in certain genres, because time travel, to the best of my knowledge, doesn't exist. It also is based in events that really happened, and again, that's my brain is going, yeah. Nicholas says, you maybe remember we had a house fire in Easter. This week we finally got the go-ahead from the insurance company. It's been a slog. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry it's taken you so long. But yay. Yay for the insurance company finally sorting themselves out. Box says, I'm just wondering, have you tried white noise to sleep? Yeah, that doesn't work. It doesn't work because I need to concentrate on another world. You all know I'm crazy, but you're all going to think I'm like super crazy after this. I need to be able to concentrate on the story of another world. It can't just be noise, because if it's just noise, my brain is just like, oh, that's a pleasant noise in the background, and then carries on thinking about all the things, like I say, planning the outfits and planning the videos that I want to do and planning all the things in my head. It won't turn off. So I need to listen to a story. And this is why it's got to be a story that I know, so that I don't get invested in it. It's like I say, I listened to the new Percy Jackson book yesterday the whole way through, and I had to listen to it during the day, because if I tried to listen to it to go to sleep to, I would have stayed up listening to the story, because it's a new story to me. But now that I've listened to it once, I can put it on and then like sleep through it and then just rewind. And yeah, my brain is weird. We know this. Good Gracer says, have you considered the sleep masks that also have flat speakers in them? That way it doesn't matter if you sleep on your side or back. I'm looking at getting some myself. I hadn't even realized that was a thing, because the other thing is I can't really wear sleep masks because of the lashes. I do not want, these are expensive. I do not want to destroy them, but I know they do ones that have got like little bubbles on them to protect. So yeah, I'll have to look. Mim says you can buy yourself some wireless earplugs. I have them and wear them sometimes at night too. They're very comfy and uncomplicated. So we did buy some wireless earbuds November last year, and they have both developed a huge fault. One, they just don't work now, and we are having an absolute nightmare trying to get hold of customer services because they're under warranty until November. So it's been a month of trying to sort that out. So fun times, fun times. Flora says, hi from Australia. I listen to audiobooks to sleep to. I listen to the Wheel of Time series. That's a really good series. Again, ever so slightly gruesome in places. I haven't tried sleeping to that one. It is a series that I do have. I have Game of Thrones, which I'm sorry, but the narrator of that, it's terrible. He gets he gets characters' names wrong. Somebody that he's given an accent to is a different person, like 5 pages. Like, it's just no. I really don't like the narrator of those books. And also Game of Thrones. So, like, again, yes, it's fantasy, but it's incredibly vividly descriptive fantasy. So no, no. I think young adult fantasy is my sweet spot. Like I love the like I've read all the Game of Thrones books. I've read all the Wheel of Time books. I've read all of the Peter F. Hamilton books. I have read Terry Goodkind. I have read all the Robin Hobb. She's a good one to listen to, actually. I haven't listened to the Farseer trilogy for a while, actually. So I do like those kind of books, but for sleeping to, there's a very specific sweet spot for me. Except when Alexa wakes me up hissing at me at 2 a.m. Michelle says, morning lovelies, I'm late today. I got busy sewing purses this morning. Ooh, nice. Caroline says, I'm playing the They Got Away with Murder podcast through the night at the moment, which are mostly pre-1950s cases. Yeah, I've never gotten into true crime at all. My little brain does not do well with that. I fixate on things. Ralph says, Snog t-shirts has all of your nerdy desires in terms of dragon and ketchup. Oh dear, you don't need to tell me that. Nicola says, Friends or Big Bang Theory is my usual fall asleep to program. Tried The Walking Dead, but waking up to zombies was an issue. Yes. My problem with, I used to have TV on. I've managed to just transition it over to audiobooks. It used to be TV. I used to watch Firefly, and it was DVDs. But this is the days that Netflix was the DVD rent-free, have them sent to you in the post, send it back series. That's how old I am and how old we're talking about this. It's actually it's really sad. I got my heart broken and couldn't sleep for some reason, and started watching movies and stuff, and managed to fall asleep with the movies on, and it's stuck, and I haven't been able to wean myself off of it. I cannot stop my brain from ticking over if it's silent in the room. Can't do it. But yeah, so it used to be Netflix DVDs. Like I'd rent Firefly, but there's only 4 episodes on a disc, so I used to put the director's commentary on as well. And the trouble with that is, the DVD would run, it would go right to the end, and it would stop. And the minute that it stopped, I would wake up. The minute it's the silence, I would wake up. So Netflix have that really, you can turn it off, but they have that really annoying thing where they're like, are you still alive? Hello? You're still here? And you're like, yes, I am. But I have gotten myself out of having to have flickering lights on in the background as well, because that really would be problematic for anyone else trying to sleep in the same room. So yeah, I've weaned myself off of TV and onto audio. But Friends or the Big Bang Theory is a good one. Yeah, Walking Dead, not so much. Catherine says, full of Civ podcasts about ancient history, not true crime. Yes, sorry, I'm chatting about both people. Maybe I do find that interesting, but again, I know it's factual, which I don't know. I'm guessing they don't describe. They're not quite describing graphic murders and things like that. Yeah. Elena says, the other thing that I use is also fantasy, but some of it's really smutty. Yeah, I tried that. That didn't work so well. Because it just made me giggle. Red Evie says, do you know the book series Red Slaves? It's about people which transform into dragons. It's a great trilogy. Ooh, no. It's from Tonya Canariato. Ooh, I will have to have a look at that. Caroline says, I agree about the Game of Thrones narrator. Yeah, that's not good. It's not good. Mim says, I can post my wireless earplugs in the Peeps group so you can have a look if you want. They are not expensive, but good. Yes, please. Una says, lunchtime, see you later, have fun. You too, thank you for joining us, Una. Catherine says, the Pratchett Witches series, new narrator audiobooks are fantastically narrated. Ooh, that's good, because I've got like 4 credits left. Ooh, I've pre-ordered the new Buffy that's being read by a lot of the cast. It was written by the Oh, it was written by the one that played Willow's girlfriend. Brain fart. Yeah, I'm really excited about that one. I pre-ordered that one, so I've got 3 credits left. So yeah, I'll have a look at The Witches. Would be a good one, wouldn't it? I do enjoy Terry Pratchett a lot. I like it a lot. Right, Ralph says, I'm about to Firefly over and over again. Did you say you have read the Kim Harrison The Hollow series? No, that one's a new one to me. Ooh, Amber, thank you. Tara, thank you, Gig Racer. And I was going to say Tamara. No, I knew it was a T something. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm really excited about that one. I think that's going to be good. So I've pre-ordered that, but I have got 3 credits on my Audible at the moment. Natalie says, I usually can't sleep when there's noise unless I'm having a high anxiety episode. Then I listen to rain recordings. Nice. Yeah, I used to be able to fall asleep anywhere with silence, and now my brain is mean. Russ says, Fall of Civilization is beautifully narrated with historical and occasionally infrastructure. With history and occasionally infrastructure. Interesting. Interesting. Maybe I'll have to try and give it a try. I really haven't gotten into podcasts, I have to say. I just haven't really like crossed my world. Words are hard. You know what I mean. There's a word I'm searching for. Horizon? I don't think I mean that one either. Ooh, that one's nice. They're the water drops things. I bought them ages ago, and I only really like them in very cold water, and we don't have a cold water dispenser in our fridge anymore, so I just got into the habit of like putting one in there, sticking it in the fridge overnight, and then having it over the day. Joker Clear says 6:18 here, and our 5-year-old just decided to turn on the Hobbit movies. Oh, lol. Well, that's you until 6:18 tomorrow then. Good luck with that. Yes. I was supposed to be cutting out a line today, wasn't I? But like I said, I need to iron that fabric, and that's a very antisocial thing to do with you guys here. So, yeah. Floor says crime podcast during the day, fantasy to fall asleep. I just don't think I want to listen to crime podcasts. My brain won't turn that off. There was a movie I watched when I was 18 called Event Horizon. Dad was watching something the other day. I walked in, I was like, is that Star Trek? Is that no Star Wars? It's like, it looks like Star Wars. It's a bit darker than Star Wars. Like, no, this is a movie that the TV is recorded for me. I thought I might like it, so it's recorded it for me. It's called Event Horizon. No. I watched it when I was 18 with my then boyfriend, and I was 18 years old. I had to sleep with the light on for a month. I had a single bed, and he had to sleep on the floor in my bedroom for a month with the lights on because I was terrified. And up until that point, Sam Neill had been Merlin in my world, and Jurassic Park guy, and he's in this movie and he's doing things that he really shouldn't do. And yeah, so Dad, the minute Dad said that, I was like, nope, right out of there. Just like, nope. It still haunts me to this day, that movie. It's still, this is what I mean. My brain latches onto things, and that's indelibly marked. Just no, that movie is horrifying. And it probably isn't, but that's why I can't watch like things I've never seen. Saw, and I refuse to see that because it's just like those graphics, those images are not going to go out of my brain. My dad and my ex watched it together at my house, and I went and sat in the bedroom, and it was a London flat, so it wasn't very large. I mean, it was actually fairly large, but it wasn't, I could hear everything that was going on. I was just like, oh, that guy doesn't sound very happy, and Dad's like, no, he's got a bit of an itch in his ankle. And it's just, I've never seen that, but it's still, that lives with me now, and I know what happens because it's such a prevalent like thing, but I just know I can't at all. Just no. Nope. Um, let's see. Rottmouth says The Hollows is about a witch PI bounty hunter, her vampire roommate, and their fairy teammate Jinx. That sounds really cool. I'll have to have a look at that. Thank you. Catherine says, speaking of fabrics, I've had excellent service from Croft Mills in the last few days. Ooh, nice. I've got one of they've got a yellow viscose linen listed, and I've got it like as a tab on my screen. I'm just like, well, that's really pretty. I don't need any more fabric. Catherine says, ooh, Event Horizon is terrifying. Yes. Trish says, I absolutely love the mum and dad image with your parents. Yeah, it's great. Rotten Ralph says, don't watch Event Horizon. It's beautifully filmed and well created, but not my cup of tea. No. Nope. Nope. Gig Racer says, I can't do a lot of horror movies, particularly slasher jump scare ones. Fantasy type stuff I'm fine with, like vampires, witches, werewolves, etc. Same for me. I know Event Horizon is set in the future, and is, technically demons and stuff like that, but for me, for my definition, I need the fantasy element of it, because otherwise it's like actual people do this to people in real life. And I know a lot of fantasy, a lot of the stuff that they put into those things is drawn from real life things that have happened to people in the past, and I just know. But yeah, my brain, it's like mum watches Nordic like Wallander and things like that, and there was one that she was watching, and it's just so depressing. It's all very blue and yeah. There's a map of of Europe, and the how their crime dramas are filmed, and sort of like the top of the map, so like the Nordic kind of sweep is all kind of like depressing and grey, and then the middle part, which is kind of like sort of like England and Ireland and sort of Denmark and Germany, and those kind of that kind of swath is kind of like gritty, and then the southern part, so the sort of like hotter Mediterranean bordering countries, is like Shakespeare. It's like crime, like true, like yeah, the crime dramas. It's kind of true. I mean, that's very stereotypical, and it was like a meme map, but it did make me giggle. But yeah, some of the stuff my mum and dad watch, I'm just like, how, why? They're like, oh, it's so good, and I'm like, I'm sure it is, but it looks so depressing. I want my fantasy. Oh yeah. Yeah. Trish says, I am the same with the images. My friend used to watch films and report to me if I could watch it. No. I used to, like, when I was a kid, we'd go around to somebody's house to watch horror movies, like Pet Sematary and It were two that I remember. And Pet Sematary I watched because I had no idea what I was getting into, and I'm terrified of it to this day. The original, not the repeat. Like, why would anyone remake that? And put a Skarsgård as Pennywise. I mean, Tim Curry is Pennywise, but just no. And then the other one was Pet Sematary, and we'd watched the first one, so I literally watched Pet Sematary from behind a pillow the entire time. I listened to it, but somebody was being mean, and they were like, oh, it's safe to look, and it was the bit where somebody's ankle got slashed with a scalpel, and it was just like, why? And again, I was probably 12 or 13 at the time, and that image is there in my head for forever now. Like, no. So yeah, no, I cannot. Jojo says, recently discovered the Duncton trilogy on Audible. It's a fantasy series in the world of moles and so much better than it sounds. Lol, loved those books as a teen. Oh, cool. Again, we're going to have to start a thread of all the books that we've talked about in today's hangout on the Peeps group so that I don't forget any. Catherine says, I ordered wool tweed from Croft to make my princess coat, ordered 5 meters, but they contacted me to say they only had 4.97 meters. Was this okay? They refunded me 3 centimeters shortage. Oh, that's nice of them. It's nice of them that they didn't just think, it's 3 centimeters, that'll be fine. I like that they did that. Jacob Clee says, yeah, horror is a genre that I refuse to patronise, even though I did watch Blair Witch 2 Dreamcatchers, which turned out to be an alien movie, and was significantly better after learning that. Lol. And Hobo with a Shotgun. One of, yeah, I kind of like the spoofy ones, like Scream. I didn't overly enjoy it, but I will watch it again now because I now know what happens. Apparently that's a big thing for anxiety, and people that suffer with anxiety as well, is that they like to rewatch stuff because they find comfort in it, because they know what's going to happen. And I don't think I have severe anxiety. I mean, everybody has the fight or flight response in them. And from my understanding, severe anxiety is that being triggered and not having the, like, you know, not being able to deal with it as, not as well, but just deal with it in the way that other people do. And you know, different things obviously trigger different people in different ways. And that's coming from that was the explanation my ex gave me, who did have severe anxiety and agoraphobia. But yeah, so I've heard that rewatching familiar things is comforting, because even if it's something that might not necessarily seem like it should be a comforting thing, like Scream, I can watch that movie because I've seen it once and I know what's happening. So yeah. Rockmar says, I like psychological thrillers, but no jump scares. Yeah, no jump scares are awful. Floor says, horror is my nemesis. The Amityville Horror was the one that absolutely petrified me. Never again. No horror for this little black duck. No. Totally with you on that one. Haven't seen Amityville Horror. Nope. Natalie says, Alchemy of Souls is a fun fantasy show if anyone is interested in K-drama. Ooh, okay, cool. Catherine says, I like Midsummer Murders for comfort background. I always think that anyone that moves to Midsummer is asking for it. So whenever you see Angela Lansbury come to town, run in the opposite direction. Ralph says, Jacob please, I play D&D, or as we call it, murder hobos. Lots of armed hobos, but it's fun. Gigrosa says, I just want to go to Midsummer to get the I went to Midsummer t-shirt and survive t-shirt. Yep. Trish says, I'm with you, Floor. Joker Clee says, I love D&D too, but living in the backwoods makes it hard to get into town for a good weekly game. Lol. I've always wanted to get into D&D and I never really found anyone. Yeah. Mim says, I am a fantasy watching girl as well. Same reasons as you. Rotten Ralph says, I'm fairly immune to horror movies, but if a zombie movie, I will have to nip out. Caroline says, Mark watches stuff and says whether he thinks I could or should, but no one will watch historical movies like Elizabeth with me. I shout at the TV too much, apparently. I can imagine that. Trish says to Catherine, I love Midsummer Murders. Grace says, I saw Scream in a cinema and actually screamed. I don't cope well with horror outside my fantasy comfort zone. I think I've told you guys this story before, but I remember Mum and Dad taking me to see the first Jurassic Park movie, and we were sitting in maybe 1 or 2 rows from the back, and obviously cinema seats are all attached to each other. So you know the bit where the girl, Lex, I want to say Lex, falls through the ceiling and the velociraptor jumps up to get her and they yank her out of the way just in time from having her leg bitten off. I screamed and jumped and pulled my legs up like this, both of them at the same time, but I did it in such a jerky motion that the entire row of seats moved at obviously the wrong time for everyone, so everyone screamed because their seats moved. Yeah, 4D cinema provided by Sian before it became a thing. Oh, that was, yeah. That wasn't a good one. That scared me as well. Jacob Clee says, Rotten Ralph says to Jacob Clee, we play on Discord because our party is in different time zones. Oh, interesting. Jen and Pin says, afternoon peeps, I'm late because I've had my hands full with new Kitten. I can also highly recommend Alchemy of Souls. Kitten, I mean, awesome about the book, but tell us more about the kitten. Jacob Clee says, I'm lucky that there's a fairly large community of D&Ders around, courtesy of a local gaming convention. Nice. Rotten Rouse says, Sian, they have online campaigns you can join on the D&D website. I'm going to have to look into this more. My best friend plays D&D. I will have to have a look. Yes. Natalie says, Witcher season 1 and 2 was my recent comfort rewatch show. Season 3 is unwatchable for me, unfortunately. The writing is so terrible. I have started trying to watch season 3, but it was one of those ones that, again, I was just like, eh. But yeah, I will happily watch seasons 1 and 2 for reasons. Elena says, British crime drama shows a nice background. They are soothing. Gig Racer says, we need kitten tax in the Peeps group, please. Show us the kitten. Gin and Pin says, kitten tax, pickies in the Peeps group, please. Pretty please, pretty please, pretty please. Right. Oh, I was gonna. So, oh, I wonder if this will work. So, I was showing the Peeps the other day. I bought some of those clover, like mini irons that you're supposed to use for quilting, but one of them has got like a round head on it. So I was thinking that could work for the silk flower doings. Although in her first video, Bianca did do it with a melon baller and a candle. But one thing that she did have, even though she's bought the proper tools, was a pair of tweezers to like curl the ends of the roses. Now my sister-in-law gave me a pair of forceps, which do have a serrated edge on the inside, but I was just wondering if I could use those to kind of curl up the edges of the rose petals, because I think Bianca's had a slight curl in hers at the end as well. I think that could work, because I asked Dad if he had anything like she showed in the video, and he was like, no, I don't, but we can find something. But I'm wondering if this would work, because Kenneth D. Cole, Kenneth King. I always get his name wrong. But he does a invisible zipper method with forceps. Are these forceps? No, not forceps. Hemostat. Is that right? I don't know. Oh, Mum's here. That's why I've got these. My sister-in-law gave them to me, but I don't use them for that, so I think this would be good for this. Caroline says, wrap a little masking tape around the serrations. No, because you have to warm these up over a candle. So you would set the masking tape on fire, which would not be the one. Hello. How you doing? Good. Why have you bought that? Have you not done the hand sewing? You haven't done it yet?
No, I'm not iron.
So yes. Kenneth King, thank you, Trish. Draco Clee says, hi, Mum. Elena says, hello, Jane. Hi. Yes, I want to see the top. I told them about the top you made yesterday.
Oh, right.
Yes.
That's it.
Yes.
Got to iron it.
Yes. Yes. It's a little by hand London Anna top. Sorry, not sorry. But you liked it, didn't you?
I do. Yes, I do.
Yes.
Yes.
So
yes. Just going to iron the bottom.
You have hand sewed it.
Not yet.
You're going to do that too.
Yeah.
Good. Rotten Rouse says trying out is wise. I think so too. Big Racer says you need to be careful the serrations don't mark the petals. That's what I thought. I think I do need to get some proper tweezers, don't I? But the only tweezers that we have in the sewing room that are this correct shape are Mum's Bernina tweezers, and I don't think she'd be very happy if I start sticking those in a flame. No, because my Bernina tweezers are shaped at the end, and Mum's are straight.
Oh.
At least I think yours are, from what I remember.
Yeah.
Have a look. Yeah, mine are much more sharp angle. That's what you've got is what Bianca uses.
Right.
But I
notice as well.
wait. Oh, She's got both types. Well, the one in your right hand is what I need, but I will need to be able to stick it into a flame to shape the edges of silk petals.
I don't think it's vanilla.
Oh, in that case.
It's stainless steel.
Yeah, can I? Give me.
I want it back.
You can have it back. That's what I wanted. No serrations. Yeah, because I'm going to try making silk roses. I have toured. I have toured. Gig Racer says you need to be careful with the serrations, don't mark the petals. That's what I thought. Trish says just test the forceps on your fabric you are using. Yes. Gillian Pin says Kitten is little black boy, picked him up on Friday, still trying to name him Hades, Corvus, Lucius, but think we'll go with Cato. Calpurnia is not happy. I can imagine, poor Calpurnia. Not used to it. She's had you all to herself for a while. Peeps group. Cats. Show me pictures of kittens. Why are you not working this stupid thing? Give me. Oh, look at the little void. Oh. Yes, so cute, Catherine. So this is Catherine's kitty.
Pussy cat.
Look at the kitty. Oh, look at the little void.
Oh,
so cute. Cat Tax, Toby and Tax uploaded to the Peeps group. Yes. I took a very cute photo of Chiana the other day. I left her alone in my room, as I am wont to do, to go to work. And she just, as I opened the door, she just opened her eyes like totally wide in the middle of her little nest, and she was like, "You leaving me?" I was like, "Oh, no, I will stay here with you forever. Don't need to work, it's totally fine." So yes. Pin says not on Facebook, but a couple of pictures on my Instagram. Well, you need to hunt them down. Let me see the kitty tin and pins. There you are. 2 new posts. Oh, look at the teeny tiny void. Oh, Calpurnia really won't be happy. Look how cute. Look.
oh,
Little baby.
tiny wee.
Oh, so cute. Oh, so cute. So cute. I told Dad earlier, and I was saying to these guys earlier today, but I listen to audiobooks to go to sleep.
Yeah.
The one I'm listening to at the moment is the Scholomance series, which is like magic is real. Kids go to a boarding school, but the boarding school is constantly trying to kill them. Yeah. So I was listening to it last night, and on Alexa, and for some reason at 2 a.m. she decided to stop playing the audiobook and start hissing and screaming at me, to the point where I woke up in a panic and I was like, "Chiana, stop it! What?" And turn the light on, and it wasn't Chiana. Chiana's looking just as horrified, and Alexa's like like this, and she's like, "Oh!" So my heart's racing, and I did not get back to sleep quickly after that.
What is it?
I have no idea. At one point, I thought maybe somehow you guys had dropped in on me, and it was Dad's CPAP machine, because you did say it's very like,
Yeah.
But yeah, it was literally hissing at me. I was just like, oh. Yeah, and they're all saying that that's probably not the best thing to try and fall asleep to, but it's my comfort books because I know them so well. Like, I can ignore them, kind of thing. But
maybe not that one.
Well, maybe not with Alexa turning against me. That's what it was. It was Alexa's fault, not the audiobook. The audiobook was fine. But yes. Oh, I did my hair myself this morning.
That's right.
And I did nothing except turn it upside down and blow dry it. So
even better.
It's a shape again, rather than those sticky out bits.
Yeah.
Right.
He's done well, my boy.
How much does he charge you for your haircut?
90.
Okay, yeah, that's what's on this website because mine was 100.
Oh, that's because
it was a restyle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your dog's outside. We had fun and games yesterday with the dog. She couldn't be on the right side of the door once, but she also wouldn't just go and sit somewhere else. Let's see. Jojo says, ooh, that fabric has sewn up lovely. Such a pretty top, isn't it? Gig Grayson says, oh my goodness, Calpurnia is a gorgeous weavoid. It's such a cute kitten. Rotten Ralph says, more tools for the toolbox. Yes. Trish says, Jane, I love your hair. You look fabulous. Yes, Mum had her hair did on Friday as well. Gig Grayson says, new kitten is very cute. Wilhelmine says, hi, good afternoon. Hello. Natalie says, it took my 3 cats about a month to get used to my newest kitten, also black boy. Bonk, Siamese boy, still doesn't like him, but they are coexisting well now. Nice. Rottenval says, two beans. Caroline says to Gig Racer, what about Catullus, a poet, Abbe Valet, about his brother? Oh, good grief. We're getting all complicated with the names. I can cope with Calpurnia, and there was Ptolemy beforehand, wasn't there? Lucius is nice. I like Lucius. Oh, Whittle Void. Flora says, good night, peeps. It's late late in the land down under. Good night. Thank you for joining us. Trish says, I think Kitty deserves all those names together. Sounds perfectly Roman. Hades Corvus Lucius. Oh, that sounds brilliant. Yes. Known as Cato, which is perfect name for a cat. I love that. Yes. And then your surname. So whenever he goes to the vets, they have to call that out. I love that. And Caroline says, tiny bundle of love. And Gig Racer says, also a great name. Caroline says to Gig Racer, loved his poetry when I did Latin O-level. Gig Racer says, I used to have a black cat called Cleopustra. She was a stray cat called Puss initially, when it eventually became Cleo after she adopted us. Oh, so cute. So cute. Oh, well, Susie is happy that Mum is here. Is she going to try and herd you out like she was yesterday? That was her problem. She didn't want you in here.
Oh, I see. I don't know at the moment. She's looking at the bed.
Is she going to get in bed?
Yeah. Yep, we're in.
Excellent.
Good girl. Good girl.
Was that necessary? So I am planning on possibly not doing an October fabric haul and plans video because I have 3 things that I want to officially say that I want to make this month: the hemispheric coat, the Rigel bomber jacket, and one of the lace dresses that I've been talking about. I have made a decision about the lace dresses. Let me grab the pattern that I'm going to use, or I'm going to tweak. She's just sitting in it. She's not curled up in it yet. I'm not convinced.
It's nice.
She's fibbing.
Good girl.
She's fibbing. Here it is. Genitals. She's staring intently at the white wall of my sewing table. Poor little blind bat. Right, yes, so I'm going to do one of my lace dresses so I can tick it off my bingo card thingy and also my plans for the year. And I'm going to use the Nakala pattern, but I'm going to use the top half of it. So I'm going to have like the eyelash. I'm going to raise this neckline up just a little bit so I can wear my balconette brows with it. And I'm going to have like the scalloped edge of the lace going all the way over here, scalloped edge of the lace on the little cap sleeves. And then for the skirt, I'm going to use this one because it's an A-line skirt. So I know I like it and I know I wear it, but it's not too full, because to get the scalloped edge of the lace to go around the bottom edge, you have to cut that flat and then I'll have to gather it in at the top. I might pleat it, but I'm going to be doing it over the nude coloured, skin coloured satin that I've got. So it's going to be like a nude illusion dress, hopefully. But yeah, that's the plan, that one. So I need to decide if I'm doing it in the navy or the turquoise lace. The turquoise lace has no beading on it. The navy one has it's more tinsel than beads, and the black one has beads and crystals all over it, so that's why I'm not doing that one. But yeah, navy or turquoise. I think probably turquoise, because like I say, it's the one that's got the least going on, so probably will be the easiest to work with. Yeah, I think that's the one I'm going to do. But so I'm only going to do those 3 things. I've also got my dirndl to do the hat, and then I've got a pile of like the dandy waistcoat needs to get sewn up, even though I know I'm not going to like it. I need to sew it up just so I can confirm that. And I've got a shirt and a camisole cut out over there, and then there's another dress waiting to get cut out. So I've got loads of projects to do, but it's only going to be 3 that I'm officially going to, because it's already the 8th of October. So, you know, we're a third of the way through the month nearly. So I'm thinking I might not do an October plans video. I don't know. What do you guys think? Because I don't know, because they're very easy videos to do, and it would be nice to have an easy video. But it's also kind of one of those ones where it's like, ooh, is this kind of filler? Because it's not necessarily showing you guys anything new. It's showing you guys things that I've talked about earlier this year. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think? I'm not going to do a September lookbook because of all the things that I've made in September. You've seen most of them already. There's only the 3 dresses that I finished. So I'll do like a joint October-September lookbook at the end of the month. Yeah, that's the plan. What do you guys think? Let's see, where did I get to with the chat? Oh, just one. Catherine says, thinking patterns, I was inspired to order the Vogue 8997 after your big dress clear out video, and So Essential currently has Vogue patterns at half price. Ooh, nice. I did do a sew along for that pattern, and I have, for me, I lowered the front neckline quite a lot because it was quite a lot higher. So that's the only alteration I made to that one. But I really love that pattern. And it does come with different skirt lengths and sleeve options as well. So it's a good one. Oh, another one that I've been thinking about doing is the daft sleeves on the Vogue 9328, the navy dress that I made that I had to repair the sleeves on. Well, now that I've repaired the sleeves, I love them. And I was thinking of adding those sleeves to the McCall's 7974 bodice, and then doing a pleated skirt with the border print that I stole from Mum. Thinking about doing that. She's like, yeah, it's fine. She's got 2 more fabrics on her desk that I gave her yesterday. Yeah, your fabric stash has increased kind of exponentially, hasn't it? Natalie says, lol, we've watched you go through your stash a few times. I don't think most of us would mind a rehash of lace and lace dress plans. Thank you. Yeah, I was wondering, like, is it too much or is it okay? Or what is your dog doing there?
Get back into her bed.
She's making a lot of
With difficulty.
production about it.
She's got her face in and back legs. She can't get her back legs.
Oh, baby. There you go. You did it. Did you get stuck?
Poor sausage.
Did you get stuck? It has quite high walls on the bed, which works really well when she's in it. She likes resting her chin on it, but like, apparently getting the back legs in was a bit of an effort this time around.
She's 105.
Yeah. Yeah, I think maybe I will, even though there's only 3 plans. I think maybe I will do a plans video. I think maybe I will. Yeah. Yeah. I do enjoy watching them back every now and again and just going, ha ha, you thought you'd get what done? Yeah. Hopefully they should all be fairly not necessarily quick because I'm going to film all of them, but fairly simple projects. Because I know the Rigel bomber jacket already fits, and I've done all the work for lining it, and you guys wanted a tutorial on drafting that lining and then lining, sewing that lining in. So that's fairly easy. The only alteration I need to make is to lengthen the sleeves. Hemispheric, I've already made the muslin for. Jojo helped me tweak the fit of it at the back, which is a very, like I need to take 1/8 of an inch of each side of the dart. That was it. So I will easily be able to do that. Then the lace dress, I have made this one up before, and I have it in my head. This was another one of the ones that I've been going over the bodice of this. I've got in my head how it should go together and the order of operations to get the finish that I want. So yeah, it's the Berda Dirndl that's the scary one, but I think I could do it. It'll be fine. And I've got practice fit fabric back there, so I won't ruin the silk, so it should be fine. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's good. We've been waffling for an hour and a half, so I'm going to call it a day for now. So I hope you've enjoyed, and there will be another, as I say, I've still got my button-up dress clear out video to come, and then I need to film the knit dress one and edit and put that one out. October lookbook. And then make all those things that I've just talked about. So yeah, there should be a decent amount of videos coming out soon. I've scheduled the Zoom call for Wednesday for the $10 and $15 Patreon peeps. The everybody Patreon peeps will be getting a bumper long edition waffle next week. Just letting you guys know what's been going on over the last 2 weeks, and probably early access to a couple of videos if I can get them edited when I think I can. So according to my schedule, it should be early access is available. Hi Suze, you're getting lost. Oh, yeah, hello. And possibly some shorts as well. The chat seems to have gone really quiet. I'm not sure if you guys if the internet's died or what's going on, but yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed hanging out with me today. Thank you very much. There will be another hangout next Sunday, and I will see you all then. So thank you, and see you soon. Bye.